Hi, welcome to the series of learning C++. So this is our lesson 1. In this we are going to learn the basic syntax for C++ programming. So every programming language has its own syntax. So syntax is like a grammar. For example, if you are talking or writing something in English language, so it has its own grammar and set of rules according to which you have to talk and write. So just like that, every programming language has its own syntax. So let's start. First of all, you have to include the required libraries. For example, I am including iostream. Then after that, we have a main function named as integer main. So what happens here that when we run this file, run and build this file, what happens that the compiler start executing the code from int main. So whatever has been defined and declared in it, it is going to be checked. Does the compiler know them or not? So to know many of the commands, we have to include different kind of libraries. But for just now, in basic library, that is input output stream. So most of your basic tasks are going to be done with this library. But in future, if we may need some other libraries or header files, I will let you know about that. So now let's go and print our first ever hello world program in C++ language. First thing you have to do is to use std standard and scope resolution operator and say cout hello world. Now in C++, every statement of code is ended with this semicolon. So you make sure to use the semicolon every time. So now let's run this program. So this was our hello world program. Now as you guys can see that we have to write this std standard and the scope resolution operator each and every time. So to overcome this, we use a namespace. So we use using namespace std. Now what does this line of code mean? That it has included the standard library. So whatever was associated with std and scope resolution operator, if you do not write these things now in your program, the compiler knows that you are using the std functionalities. Okay, so let's just remove this and run our program. Okay, so we still got our hello world. Now we do not have to write std again and again. In some cases, it is not preferred to use namespace std, but in our course, it is not going to be an issue for us. So this was our first program in C++, and this was the general syntax for C++.